This looks like it might be a good spot. I'm on Kamehameha Boulevard going uphill here in Ocean View. And this is a empty lot with a lot of old growth ohia. Let's see what I can find here. Here it looks like a good area to get one of my samples from. You can see the hypha growing on this old mulch here. Hopefully I won't run into a centipede down here too. Here's another good spot. You can see it there. Nice and white. I'll take one 5-gallon bucket from here and then go up the road a little bit further. Now I got some thoughts on making this rice for feeding and capturing IMO too. I've used brown rice, I've used Cal Rose rice, I've used jasmine rice, and regular just plain long grain rice you buy at the store. The best success I've had has been jasmine rice for this. But saying that, the best success I've had making lab in the rice wash has been Cal Rose short grain rice that everybody here eats on the island. Now you see my well-used cooker. I just got it about 1 inch above. I put it on quick cook, and we'll see what happens here in about 20 minutes. Hey, this is Richard from Kauai Natural Farming. So I'm making this short video here on capturing IMO 1. I went up to about between a 32 and 3,500 foot level of my subdivision and collected ferns, pulled them right out of the ground, and they have IMO hypha growing on the roots already. And also I went to a large avocado tree up there that's actually not producing any avocados, but it's pretty big, and got some leaf mulch from there. And also beneath that is mulch from around a ohia tree that was full of mycelium. So I'm going to do this a little different this time. Instead of putting it on the ground in my greenhouse or in my input room, I'm going to put it in this garbage can. Now, a friend of mine, Kaulu Oyama, did this method months ago, and it worked real good for her. The reason she did it, she has a dog named Titan, huge pit bull. It kept on digging up her rice all over the yard. And so she did this way, and when I looked at it, it was sure enough, it did work. So using one hand here, so here we go. I poured the first batch with the hypha and mycelium from around that ancient ohia tree that you saw me taking from in the forest. And next I'll put in the rice. Now this rice I made earlier, as I showed you, and it's jasmine rice. And this is a redwood box I made it up. I'm going to cover it with this strainer, latex paint strainer, and I will sandwich it into the trash can between the 2 loads of debris from the forest. There, it's sitting in the garbage can. And now I will put the rest of the material on top of it. We'll put the ferns on there, because that'll serve to hold some of the other stuff I'm going to put in on top of it. And all these ferns, when I pulled them a few hours ago, had hypha growing on the roots, or mycelium. And here is some of the rotten wood that came from that area, and dirt. So I'll cover it up. I'll put the critter lid on, and in about 7 days I'll check it and see how she's doing, and I'll report back. This is Richard with the Kauai Natural Farming out. This is after 3 days in the garbage can. My mycelium got a little squished down here from the cover I had on it, but I'm going to mix it 1-to-1 with brown sugar now. I got about a 1-to-1 mix here of brown sugar, and so I'll mix this stuff up with my one good hand. Here's my redwood box I made I think I made a couple years ago. I use that, and I also use plastic, food grade plastic, and I really haven't noticed a difference in how much set I get. But anyway, here is the brown sugar and rice mix. Nice and doughy consistency, just like cookie dough. It's starting to get wetter now as things get settled in. I'm going to put it in a container and store it downstairs in my input room. So I'm back from my trip to the hardware store to get some storage buckets to complete the fermentation. As you can see, this, look up close here, there's already action going here. Remember how stiff that was, almost like cookie dough, just about less than an hour ago. This IMO that I retrieved from the 3,200 foot level is pretty active. This is a bunch I put in the garbage can and put the lid on it. I had to take the lid off it yesterday morning because it was getting too moist in there, and it didn't have a lot of growth on it. But overnight, it just popped. So I bought these multi-purpose containers at Ace Hardware, and I just marked the IMO, and here I just put a piece of clear packing tape and put the date on it. The day I'm putting it in there for storage or for further fermentation.